Many are called, but few are chosen. Matthew 22 verse 14. Welcome, my dear colleagues. This video is not for everyone. It's not for those who stumble across it by accident. It's for you, the chosen few. The ones called forth by the universe, divinely selected for a greater purpose. If you are here, it is not by coincidence. It is a sign, a confirmation of. If you feel the pull, the unmistakable energy flowing through your spirit, then I urge you to stay till the very end. This video will resonate deeply with your soul and illuminate your journey like never before. If you don't understand or haven't been chosen, this probably isn't for you. If you're not ready for this, you might as well turn back now. These truths might be a bit unsettling. But if you know in your heart that you're different and called to something greater, this is your spiritual message. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will change your life. Chosen ones are not, they're just different. They're feared. Today, I'll show you why the world fears those who are divinely set apart. In this video, we'll explore 7 reasons why chosen ones are the most feared beings on earth. And trust me, it's not what most people think. It's not because of any material success, fame, or status. It's because of who you really are, your spirit, your mission, and the power you carry. Let's get started. As you listen, remember that every word spoken here is meant to empower you and remind you of your divine authority and strength. So sit tight and let's dive into this profound revelation. The chosen ones are feared because of their unshakable confidence. This confidence isn't based on worldly achievements or validation from others. It's a divine confidence, rooted in the knowledge that you're fulfilling a greater purpose. This confidence radiates from you, and those around you can feel it. Here's the thing, confidence like that intimidates people. When you walk into a room, people notice you, even when you say nothing. They sense that you carry something different, a kind of power that isn't boastful but quietly authoritative. You don't need to prove anything to anyone because you already know who you are and what you are meant to do. This inner knowing creates a level of fear in others because, let's be honest, most people are walking around unsure of themselves. They are constantly seeking approval from the world and from friends. From society, they are caught in a cycle of doubt and fear. But you are free from that cycle. Your confidence is based on a deeper understanding and a spiritual awareness that goes beyond the everyday concerns of the world. Many will try to shake your confidence to knock you off course, but the truth is, they can't. The chosen ones have a higher sense of purpose, and once you've tapped into that, it is unshakable. When people sense that they can't control you, when they see that you're not easily influenced by the superficial and temporary things of this world, it terrifies them. It's a reminder of what they lack. It's important to understand that, as humans, we often fear what we don't understand. But here's something even more powerful. Your confidence isn't something you have to shout about. You don't need to proclaim it to the world. It's quiet and still, like a deep, calm river that runs strong beneath the surface. You move through life with a peaceful certainty that no one can take away. And this makes people uneasy. It makes them question their own insecurity and instability. Instead of trying to understand it, they fear it. Spiritual grounding is the root of your confidence. You are not living, you're not driven by the material desires that often enslave others. You're grounded in your higher purpose and divine calling. You understand that your worth is not tied to external factors. Your worth comes from a place beyond the physical world. It comes from your connection to the divine, your alignment with the universe, and your ability to walk in purpose. This spiritual grounding is something most people do not have. In a world that values material success over spiritual alignment, those who are grounded in the spirit stand out. And standing out, my friends, often, it means being feared. People are uncomfortable when they are faced with someone who has transcended the rat race, someone who isn't swayed by money, fame, or social status. Think about it. Most people spend their entire lives chasing after things that ultimately do not satisfy the soul. But you, as a chosen one, know better. You understand that real fulfillment comes from walking in your purpose, from serving your higher mission. And because of that, you move differently in the world. You aren't easily tempted or distracted, and this too creates fear in others. People fear what they cannot control. When they see someone who is people who are spiritually grounded know that their usual tricks and manipulations won't work. They can't use the promise of wealth, status, or even relationships to sway you because you are rooted in something far greater. They can't control you, and that makes them uncomfortable. So they fear you. You have authority without needing validation. That's another reason chosen ones are feared. Most people are constantly seeking approval, whether it's through social media relationships or career success. But you don't need that. You already know your value. You've been validated by the Creator. You have the universe itself on your side, and that's more than enough. This gives you a sense of authority in life. You don't need to ask permission to be yourself. You don't need anyone to validate your decisions, your worth, or your purpose. This makes you powerful beyond measure. It also makes others uneasy because they are constantly seeking outside validation to feel good about themselves. But you don't need it. You are already whole. You are already complete. This authority is not boastful. It's quiet and steady. It's the kind of authority that speaks volumes without saying a word. When you enter a space, your energy you speak for yourself. People can tell that you're not like everyone else. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room because your spirit speaks louder than words ever could. And so, others fear you. They fear your authority, your inner strength, and your refusal to conform to the expectations of the world. The chosen ones have a powerful spiritual vision. Welcome back, chosen ones. Now that we've covered the first reason why you are feared, your unshakable confidence and spiritual grounding, let's go deeper. The second reason why you, as a chosen one, strike fear in the hearts of many is because of your powerful spiritual vision. You don't just see the world as it is. You see beyond the surface. You possess a vision that goes beyond the illusions of this material world and taps into the deeper, unseen truths that guide the universe. This vision is a gift, but it is also the very thing that makes people fear you. Why? Because those who are spiritually blind cannot comprehend what you see, and they often fear what they cannot understand. They are often afraid of seeing beyond the illusions of the world. The chosen ones are not fooled by the illusions of this world. You see beyond the superficial, beyond the distractions, and beyond the lies that keep others trapped in a cycle of. While most people are caught up in chasing material wealth, status, and recognition, you see those things for what they truly are: fleeting, temporary, and ultimately meaningless. Your vision allows you to discern the true nature of people, situations, and events. You see their spiritual essence while the masses are distracted by the noise of the world, social media, politics, and superficial trends. You are tuned into a higher frequency. You listen to your spirit. You listen to the voice of the divine, and you follow your inner guidance. This makes you dangerous to those who rely on deception to maintain their power. People who build their lives on lies fear those who can see the truth. They fear those who can't be fooled by appearances. They know that their illusions don't have any power over you because you see them for what they truly are. When you see through the lies, the facades, and the manipulations of others, it unsettles them. They know they can't fool you or lead you astray. In a world full of illusions, being someone who sees clearly is scary. You're like a mirror that reflects the truth. When people are confronted with their own falsehoods, it scares them. The power of discernment. You're gifted with the power of discernment. You can sense when something's off, when someone's energy is wrong, or when you're being led away from your purpose. This discernment is like a spiritual compass that always points you in the right direction, even when the world's chaotic. You can read people's energy without them even speaking a word. You can walk into a room and feel the spiritual atmosphere. You know when someone's hiding something, when they're not being genuine, or when their intentions aren't pure. Because of this gift, people fear you. They fear that you can see right through them. You can sense when someone's hiding something, or when their energy is wrong. This gift of discernment isn't something you can learn from books or a mentor. It's a divine gift, an innate ability that comes from being in tune with the spiritual realm. You've been chosen because you possess this ability, and it's up to you to use your gift wisely. Here's the truth. And more often than not, you're right. Whether it's predicting a shift in your personal life or sensing changes in the world on a larger scale, your prophetic vision sets you apart. This prophetic vision isn't just about predicting events. It's about understanding the deeper spiritual shifts that are happening around you. You can sense when the tides are changing, when new energies are emerging, and when something is about to disrupt the status quo. You're not surprised by sudden changes because you already saw them coming. People fear this prophetic ability because it's something they cannot control. They fear what they cannot. If you can predict or manipulate situations before they happen, it gives you an advantage. This makes others feel vulnerable and even powerless. They realize that no matter how much they try to control the narrative or influence the future, there is someone who already knows what's coming next. That someone is you. You're the chosen one. You're a threat to the established powers of this world. This spiritual vision makes you a threat to the powers that be. It doesn't matter if it's governments, corporations, or individuals in positions of influence. They rely on keeping people in the dark to maintain their control. But you, with your spiritual insight, disrupts the status quo. You see the corruption, the manipulation, and the hidden agendas. Because you see it, you cannot be easily controlled or swayed. In a world where the powerful thrive on secrecy and deception, the chosen ones are like a bright light that exposes what they would rather keep hidden. You're not easily fooled by false promises or manipulated by fear tactics. Your ability to see beyond the physical realm into the spiritual realities makes you a force to be reckoned with. This is why the chosen ones are feared in high places. You're not part of their system, and you cannot be made to follow their rules. You answer to a higher authority, and your allegiance is not to the rulers of this world but to the divine. This makes you unpredictable, uncontrollable, and ultimately feared. Chosen ones often reject the popular narratives of the world, whether it's the mainstream media, societal norms, or cultural trends. You don't blindly follow the media, societal norms, or cultural trends. You question things, seek deeper truths, and are often labeled as rebellious, difficult, or even dangerous. But you're not rebellious for the sake of it. You're simply aligned with a higher truth. Truth, you follow your own path, guided by your spiritual vision and divine calling. You reject the status quo, which makes people fear you. They fear those who don't conform because conformity keeps society functioning smoothly. When you refuse to conform, you challenge the system, and challenging the system always brings fear. It's not easy to walk this path. As a chosen one, you will often feel like you are walking alone. You will be misunderstood, judged, and even ostracized for your beliefs and the truths you speak. But take heart, because this is part of your divine mission. You are not here to fit in. You're here to bring change, to wake others up, and to shed light on the darkness. The unbreakable spirit of the chosen ones. Welcome back, chosen ones. We've already uncovered 2 reasons why you're feared: your unshakable confidence, and your powerful spiritual vision. But now, we're going even deeper. There's another reason why chosen ones are feared. It's because of your unbreakable spirit. You've faced trials, hardships, and opposition, and yet you stand strong. Your spirit cannot be broken. You are resilient in a way that baffles those who try to bring you down. And this resilience makes you a force to be reckoned with. Let's look at why the world is so afraid of the strength of your spirit. It's the strength that comes from enduring trials. Chosen ones, your journey has not been easy. In fact, being chosen often means that your path has been filled with difficulties and challenges that would break most people. But you remain standing. You may have been knocked down, but you never stay down. There is a divine strength within you. It is forged in the fires of adversity. Most people crumble under pressure. They give up when the going gets tough. They retreat when life becomes too painful. But not you. You have faced battles, both external and internal struggles that most people will never even begin to understand. And yet here you are, still standing, still pressing forward. This unbreakable spirit is not something that can be easily explained. It's not just a matter of willpower. It is something much deeper. It is your divine purpose that keeps you going. You know that you are here for a reason, and that reason gives you the strength to endure even the hardest of times. This is what people fear. They fear the fact that no matter what they throw at you, no matter how much they try to break you, you always rise. Like the phoenix from the ashes, you are reborn, stronger, and more powerful than before. Your spirit cannot be broken. There is a certain strength that comes from knowing that your purpose is divinely ordained when you are aligned with a higher calling and connected to the divine. You understand that the trials you face are not meant to destroy you but to refine you. Every hardship and every struggle is a part of your spiritual growth. And because of this understanding, your spirit cannot be broken. People fear what they cannot destroy. The world is filled with forces that try to break people, whether it's through fear, manipulation, or oppression. But you're not easily influenced by these tactics. You're not easily shaken. You've faced challenges and come out stronger. This is intimidating to those who want to control or oppress you. Many people live in fear of failure, rejection, and more. They live in fear of losing what they have. You don't live in fear because you know that even if you lose everything, you'll still rise. This is the power of the chosen ones. Your circumstances don't define you, and your failures don't defeat you. Your spirit is tied to something far greater than this world, and that is why it cannot be broken. The power of overcoming is something that people fear because of the power that comes with it. Every time you rise from a fall, every time you overcome an obstacle, you gain more strength, more wisdom, and more power. People who try to bring you down are baffled by your ability to recover and even thrive after adversity. It is this power of overcoming that makes you a true force in this world. You see, most people are conditioned to believe that failure is the end. They are taught that once they fall, they cannot rise again. But chosen ones understand that failure isn't the end. It's just a stepping stone. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for growth, for learning, and for becoming stronger. This mindset is what sets you apart, and it's what makes you feared. The world doesn't know what to do with someone who can't be kept down. Your resilience and your ability to bounce back after every setback makes you a formidable presence. People fear those who refuse to give up. Those who continue to fight no matter how many times they are knocked down. This is the spirit of the chosen ones, unyielding, relentless, and ultimately victorious. Your connection to a higher power gives you an unbreakable spirit. You're not relying on your own strength alone. You're drawing from the infinite strength of the universe and the divine. This connection sustains you through the darkest times. It allows you to keep going when others would have long given up. The world doesn't understand this connection. What they don't understand, they fear. You're not powered by the same things that drive most people: money, fame, validation, or social status. Your fuel comes from a place beyond this world. Because of that, you're untouchable. You don't let society pressure you, and you don't let the world's expectations weigh you down. When people realize that you're sustained by a force greater than anything they can comprehend, it makes them uncomfortable. It makes them afraid. They realize that no matter what they do, they cannot cut you off from your source of strength. They cannot break your connection to the divine. And because of this, you are unstoppable. The fear of independence is another reason why your unbreakable spirit is feared. You don't rely on others for your sense of worth or direction in life. While many people look to external sources for happiness and security, you draw from within. Your strength comes from your inner connection to the divine, and that makes you fiercely independent. This independence is threatening to those who want to control you. They cannot use fear, manipulation, or even promises of reward to sway you because you do not need them. You do not rely on the approval of others, nor do you need their validation. You walk your own path, guided by a higher calling, and this makes you a force that cannot be easily controlled. People fear those who do not need them. When you're independent, your spirit is unbreakable. You're untouchable. The world is full of people who are dependent on the opinions, resources, or power of others. This dependence makes them vulnerable. But you're different. You're the chosen one. You're free from that vulnerability. Your strength is your own. It's backed by the divine. This makes you truly powerful. And with power comes fear. You'll face opposition because of your unbreakable spirit. People will try to tear you down. They'll try to break your spirit. They'll try to make you question your purpose. But here's the truth. Every opposition you face is simply another opportunity for you to become stronger the more resistance you face. It's a sign you're on the right path. If you weren't a threat, you wouldn't face such resistance. But you are chosen, and you carry divine strength within you. That's why the forces of this world will try to come against you. They fear what they cannot control. But here's the good news, they cannot break you. No matter what comes your way, no matter how fierce the opposition, you will rise above it. You have been given the strength to endure, to overcome and thrive, even in the face of great adversity. This is your gift. It's also the reason you are feared. Chosen ones are agents of transformation. Welcome back, chosen ones. We've journeyed through 3 profound reasons why you are feared: your unshakable confidence, your spiritual vision, and your unbreakable spirit. Now let's go even deeper. The world is deeply afraid of you. Let's look at why your mere presence is a catalyst for transformation, and why that transformation strikes fear in the hearts of those who resist growth. The power of transformation. You, the chosen ones, are not here to fit in or maintain the systems of this world. You are here to transform them. Your role is not to simply accept things as they are, but to challenge, shift, and elevate the consciousness around you. This power of transformation is not something you actively seek. It's something that flows through you naturally because of the divine calling on your life. When you walk into a room, the energy when you speak, people listen. Even if they don't want to admit it, your presence alone can make people uncomfortable because you represent change. Let's be honest, most people are terrified of change. They fear the unknown, they fear growth, and they fear the disruption of their comfortable but stagnant lives. But you, as a chosen one, do not live in that comfort zone. You thrive in the space of transformation, and your very existence challenges others to do the same. You carry with you the energy of evolution. You are constantly evolving, growing, and transforming. And this energy forces those around you to confront air, and while some may be inspired by this, many more will fear it because transformation requires them to let go of the old, to step into the unknown, and to face parts of themselves they've long been avoiding. Challenging the status quo is scary because you do not accept the status quo. You are not content with mediocrity or the limitations imposed by society. You see beyond the surface, and because of that, you challenge systems, ideas, and beliefs that keep others trapped. You do not fit neatly into the boxes that the world tries to put you in. Society loves labels, and people are often comfortable with them, when they can define and categorize others, but you break out of those boxes. You refuse to be defined by societal standards, cultural expectations, or even the limiting beliefs of those around you. You question the norms that others blindly follow. And this questioning, this refusal to accept things as they are, makes people deeply uncomfortable. You are not here to perpetuate the old systems of control, fear, or limitation. You are here to dismantle them. You tear down the walls of ignorance and conformity that keep people enslaved to false beliefs. This is what makes you a disruptor, a force that shakes things up. And because people who stick with the status quo are afraid of you. When you challenge the system, you threaten the comfort zones of those who benefit from the way things are. It could be outdated belief systems, societal structures, or even the inner fears and limitations people hold within themselves. You bring these things to light, and you're not afraid to do it. People often fear what is brought into the light because it requires them to confront uncomfortable truths. You shed light on the darkness, and that's why you're feared. You're chosen ones, and you're in the dark places, and you're bringing light into them. There are many who are comfortable living in the shadows, and they're content to remain in ignorance. But you bring with you the light of truth, and that light reveals what is hidden. It shines a spotlight on the lies, the manipulation, and the darkness that many try to keep concealed. This is why, when you enter certain spaces or come into contact with certain people, there is often resistance. It's not just about you as a person, it's about the energy you carry. Your light forces people to confront their own darkness, their own fears, and their own limitations. And while some may be grateful for this illumination, many will resist it because it makes them uncomfortable. They would rather remain in the dark than face the truthfully, You're not here to make people comfortable. You're here to shine your light and make things happen. Inevitably, you'll stir things up. You'll disrupt the illusions people have built around themselves. This creates fear. The fear of awakening. Another reason why you're seen as a threat is because your transformation is contagious. You're an awakening force. When people come into contact with you, something within them stirs. They begin to question their own lives, beliefs, and choices. This awakening can be terrifying for some people have spent their entire lives asleep, living on autopilot, blindly following the rules of society without ever questioning them. You, however, are awake. You see the world for what it truly is, and your awakening energy has the power to wake others up. While some people crave this awakening, many more fear it. They be prepared to take on some responsibility when you become aware of things. Once you're awake, you can't just ignore the truth. This can be a scary thing for people who've been avoiding some of life's deeper questions. Your presence makes others confront the fact that there's more to life than they've been taught. You show them there's more to life than they've been taught. You remind them of a higher purpose, a greater truth, and a spiritual reality that goes beyond the material world. This reminder, while powerful, can also be frightening to those who are not ready to wake up. But chosen ones, remember this. You are not responsible for how others react to your energy. You are here to awaken, to transform, and to bring light. Some will embrace it, and others will fear it. But that is not your concern. Your mission is to continue shining your light, to continue walking in your purpose, and to continue being the catalyst for change. Your influence on the collective consciousness is far-reaching. Chosen ones, you are here to shift the collective consciousness. Your presence, energy, and actions have a ripple effect that goes far beyond what you can see. Every time you awaken to a new level of understanding, you contribute to the awakening of the collective. This is also why you are feared. You are not just one person going through a spiritual journey. You are part of a greater movement, a collective awakening that is happening across the world. And those who want to keep the world asleep, those who thrive on control and manipulation, they're afraid of this collective awakening. You represent the new energy that is rising in the world. You are part of the shift. From darkness to light. From ignorance to wisdom. And from fear to love. Your very existence is a threat to the old systems that rely on people remaining asleep. And this is why you will face resistance, not just from individuals, but from entire systems that are designed to suppress consciousness. But here's the powerful truth. They cannot stop you. The collective awakening is happening, and you, as a chosen one, are a vital part of that shift. No matter how much resistance you face, no matter how much fear is directed your way, you are part of a divine plan that cannot be stopped. The world is transforming, and you are one of the key agents of that transformation. The chosen ones carry divine authority. Welcome back, chosen ones. We've journeyed through powerful truths so far, uncovering why your confidence, spiritual vision, unbreakable spirit, and transformative presence make you feared. Now we arrive at the final and perhaps most profound reason why you are feared. You carry divine authority. The chosen ones are not just walking their own path, they are walking in alignment with a higher power, with the Creator's will. This divine authority is the ultimate reason why people fear you. Because it represents a power far greater than anything in this world. Let's explore what it means to carry divine authority, and why it strikes fear in the hearts of those who encounter it. A power that transcends the world. As a chosen one, you are not bound by the limitations of this world. You operate on a higher level, connected to the divine source of all power, wisdom, and truth. This is not an authority given by man or any worldly institution. It is a spiritual authority, a mandate from the Creator that makes you different from other people. When you walk in divine authority, you're in line with universal laws and the will of the divine. This means that your actions, words, and even your presence have an impact beyond the physical realm. You're not just speaking or acting on your own behalf. You're representing a higher force, and this is what makes people fear you. Worldly power comes and goes. People in positions of authority, whether in politics, corporations, or social structures, may have temporary control, but their power is limited to the physical world. Your power, however, is limitless because it comes from the divine. It transcends time, space, and human systems. This makes you a threat to anyone who operates solely within the boundaries of worldly power because they know that they cannot touch the source of your strength. You command respect without demanding it. One of the most striking aspects of divine authority is that you do not need to demand respect. It is given naturally. When you walk in alignment with divine will, people sense that there is something different about you. Even if they cannot explain it, your presence commands respect. Ask for it. This is because divine authority isn't about domination or control. It's about alignment with truth and purpose. You carry a calm, quiet power that is undeniable. People may not always understand it, but they can feel it. This feeling of power, of authority, that doesn't need to be shouted or imposed is what unsettles others. It's a power that comes from within, from the divine, and it cannot be taken away or undermined by external forces. People are used to power that is loud, aggressive, and forceful. They are used to seeing authority in the form of domination or control. But you're a chosen one, and you carry a different kind of authority. It flows from spiritual alignment, and it's far more powerful because it's not rooted in ego or personal gain. It's rooted in the fulfillment of a divine mission. People fear this kind of power because it cannot be controlled or manipulated. Speaking truth with authority is another reason why the chosen ones are feared. When you speak with authority. This isn't the authority of opinion or personal belief. It's the authority of truth. You speak from a place of deep spiritual wisdom. When you open your mouth, people listen, even if they don't want to. When you speak, your words carry more than just surface-level meaning. They go deep, touching the soul. This is because your words aren't just your own. They're guided by a higher power. You're a vessel for divine truth. When you speak that truth, it challenges the lies, the illusions, and the falsehoods that people cling to. People fear those who speak the truth, especially when that truth disrupts their comfort or exposes their ignorance. Your words have the power to awaken people from their spiritual slumber and open their eyes to realities they've been. A lot of people will be afraid of you because of this. It's not because of what you say, but because of the truth that your words represent. There's a spiritual authority behind your voice, and it's this authority that makes your words impossible to ignore. Even those who oppose you can't deny the power of your truth. They may resist it, they may try to silence you, but they can't erase the impact of what you speak into the world. Truth is like a seed. It takes root, and once it's planted, it grows. This is what makes people afraid of you. They know that once you've spoken, the world will never be the same. The same goes for the fear of what you represent. Chosen ones are feared not just for what you do, but for what you represent. You are a walking embodiment of divine will. Your life, your actions, and your choices reflect a higher purpose, which makes people uncomfortable. When others look at you, they are confronted with the reality of their own lives, their own disconnection from the divine, and their own failure to walk in their true purpose. You represent the possibility of what they could be if they chose to align with a higher calling, which is a frightening thought for many. To see someone living in when people align with the divine, they have to face the areas of their lives where they're out of alignment. They have to confront their fears, limitations, and spiritual stagnation. Chosen ones are a reminder that there's more to life than the material world. There's a spiritual dimension to existence that can't be ignored. You're a living, breathing example of what it looks like to walk in alignment with the divine. This scares those who aren't ready to face that truth. They fear you because you represent the change they're avoiding. You represent growth. They're resisting the truth and denying what you represent. You're a threat to the systems of control in this world. Whether political, economic, or social, these systems are designed to keep people in a state of spiritual sleep. They thrive on fear, control, and manipulation. They're threatened by anyone who walks in divine authority. Why? Because you cannot be controlled. The chosen ones are a threat to these systems because you do not play by their rules. You are not motivated by fear and cannot be manipulated by material gain or worldly promises. You answer to a higher power. That makes you a dangerous force in the eyes of those who want to keep control over the masses. The existence of the chosen ones challenges the foundations of these systems. You are proof that there is a higher power, a higher purpose, and a higher truth than anything the world systems can offer. This is why you are feared. You are a reminder that their control is an illusion and that real power lies in the hands of those who walk in alignment with the divine. Chosen ones cannot be enslaved by fear, greed, or manipulation because you know that your authority comes from you're not easily influenced by the temptations that keep others bound. This makes you a threat to those who rely on fear and control to maintain their power. They fear you because they can't contain you or limit your influence. They know you're unstoppable. This is why chosen ones are feared. When you carry divine authority, nothing in this world can defeat you. You may face obstacles or encounter resistance, but in the end, your purpose will be fulfilled. The divine has called you. When the Creator calls you, no human power can stand in your way. People fear you because they know deep down that they cannot stop the will of the divine. You represent a force that is far greater than anything they can control or manipulate. You are a vessel of divine purpose, and your mission will be completed no matter what opposition comes your way. This is the most powerful truth of all. You are unstoppable because you walk in the authority of the divine. Your path is guided, your steps are ordered, and your purpose is ordained. No matter how much fear, resistance, or opposition you face, you will succeed. This is your destiny as a chosen one. Chosen ones, you carry divine authority, and this is the ultimate reason why you are feared. Your power, your presence, and your purpose are not of this world. They are divinely ordained. You command respect without demanding it. You speak truth with authority, and you represent a force that transcends the systems of this world. People fear you because they cannot control you, silence you, or stop you. You are a walking reminder of the divine power that governs all things. This truth makes you a force to be reckoned with. Keep walking in your authority, speaking your truth, and fulfilling your divine mission. You are unstoppable, and the world fears you because it knows you will rise, overcome, and fulfill your purpose. Thanks for watching to the end. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and let's continue to build a community of like-minded souls dedicated to spiritual growth and personal development. To all you wonderful, spiritually minded souls dedicated to personal growth and development, stay blessed and keep shining your light. Until next time.